Hello everyone and welcome to the Cox Plate Day Review. Mainly going to be about the Cox Plate, but we'll look at a couple of other races as well. The last ever Cox Plate run on that Valley track, Via Sistina was the winner, narrowly defeating Buckaroo. We're going to get on with the review of the Cox Plate first. We'll pick up the replay of the Cox Plate and dissect the race. Light Infantryman jumped well from that outside gate early and led them. Treasure of the Moment was very prominent and showed some good early speed as well. Attrition was right up there. With Treasure of the Moment, it was a good run. Via Sistina at about the 600 metres got up to Treasure of the Moment's side, and then at about the 300 metres, I reckon Treasure of the Moment put a good length and a half on Via, but she just couldn't sustain that run, Treasure of the Moment, yesterday, and finished a length and a half off the winner. Via Sistina, tough as nails. Buckaroo, bit surprising, but he ran very well indeed. I'll let you listen to the background noise of the Cox Plate.
Buckaroo wearing her down at the 100. Treasure of the Moment, Via Sistina and Buckaroo. Via Sistina lifting. The Brown Bell Valley's rocking. And Via Sistina's done it. Via Sistina.
The two roughies ran really well, Attrition and Light Infantryman. Complete forgive run, Aliana, she never saw clear daylight really and ended up finishing 5 lengths off him. Nepotism couldn't handle them at this early stage of his career, and Antino, well, we know he's better than that. So where do they go now? Well, some of these horses will be working towards a champion stakes over 2,000 metres at Flemington in 2 weeks' time. Via Sistina definitely. Buckaroo as well this year. I don't think Chris Waller's going to put him in the Melbourne Cup, at least that was the article that I read this morning on racing.com. So Buckaroo and Via Sistina can very much likely match up again in the champion stakes. Treasure of the Moment would be competitive if she went there, as well as Aliana. Hopefully at Flemington she can see clear daylight, but it was a cracking Cox Plate, the last Cox Plate edition at the Valley. Well, at least the track that we've come to know for so long. Now I'm going to get on to something new. Out of the Victorian race meeting, I'm going to highlight the race that went inside standard time the most and outside standard time the most. Just something a little bit different. We'll get on to the race that went inside standard time the most. It was the first race on the card, the Open Handicap, over 1,000 metres. They went really quick early. Outside standard time from the 800 to the 400, and they zipped home. Beast Mode was given a perfect ride by Craig Williams with the lightweight. Got to the front, got a mid-race breather, and was able to kick with that mid-race breather and win. Tonkin and Don't Hope Do placed second and third. Despite Tonkin not winning yesterday, gee, that mare's going to win a good race. I think she's going to win stakes races later in her career, so Tonkin is one definitely to follow. Beast Mode, great win. Don't Hope Do was solid. Flying Star Syndications are excited to offer this Home Affairs colt out of the mare Kiala. Home Affairs was a star on the track, romping in the Coolmore Stud Stakes.
But Home Affairs has made a mess of them.
This colt is set to be trained by Lindsay Park. Flying Star Syndications and Lindsay Park combined with Amphitrite, winner of the Group 1000 Guineas.
Amphitrite dropping from the clouds.
And Flying Mascot, a 3-time Group 3 winner.
And Flying Mascot won it easily.
Here's what the trainer Ben Hayes had to say about him at the sales.
When we were looking at Home Affairs, we thought this guy was a really athletic colt. A lot of them were quite heavy and strong, and this guy to us was just an athlete. And if he's able to hold these bulls and he's any good, we could really have a lot of fun with him. And that was what, for us, we liked the most, and we thought at $140,000 it was a great price.
Shares start from $5,945, so hit the link below in the description before you miss out on this cracking colt. The race that went outside standard time the most was the Drummond Gold Vase, won by Observer, 11 lengths outside standard time, which is almost 2 seconds approximately outside standard time. Observer, they went really slow to the 800, outside standard time from the 800 to the 400, and despite Observer getting pulled up with 50 metres to go quite significantly by Mark Zara, they still went inside standard time. So the race was well to Observer's liking, and it was able to win convincingly. It's $2 at the moment for the Victorian Derby. It should be a different race setup for Observer, so I'm not sure if I want to go near the $2, but I haven't really made my mind up yet on the Victorian Derby. Providence was a really good run, and O'Shamus was a really good run, the 2 place getters. Now, there was no black book of Formula horses out of the Moonee Valley meeting, no futures bets, so I thought I'd finish on what happened yesterday at Alexandra Racecourse, the picnic racing club that I ran the Punters Club for yesterday. You might have seen me advertise it 2 or 3 weeks ago. I ran the Punters Club yesterday. This is how it went. We had 108 tickets sold, $20 a ticket, so the pool was 2,160. We began in the first race at Alexandra with 200 the win on number 4 Nazrin in the pink and the blue checks. It runs second, beaten by a very good horse for a picnic level in these boots, ridden by Sean Cooper. So we're down to 1960. Then went to the Moonee Valley circuit and had 200 the win on Salty Pearl. It managed to get the job done, so 460 return on that bet. And now we were $60 up. I then went to Senarded, which I probably never do again. A horse called Prestige Sinpex, who was in the lime green with the orange hat. 150 the win on that, and we are now down $90 on 2,070. The next race at Alexandra rolled around. 100 the win on number 2, Nick Says No in the orange, and 50 the win on Winter Grace in the pink with the blue checks. $150 outlay for the race, 420 return, so we are now $180 in front, and there's me watching on. I then went to Ramwick in race 5 with one of my selections called Young Mr. Grace. Had 150 the win on that. It got beaten down to 21.90. And then in the next at Alexandra, we had 150 the win on Anything But in the black with the pink cap. It ran second, so we were $120 down. And then it came to my best of the day elsewhere, apart from Alexandra, which is She's Unusual at the Valley, 150 the win on that. It goes down. So we're now down $270. And yeah, I was not impressed at this point. Then the next race at Alexandra rolled around, and my best of the day was Kahunganu. $200 the win on that, returned $500. So we were now $30 in front, remarkably. And then Ramwick race 6, I had 50 the win on El Castello, but Lindemann was too good, and we are now down $20. We only go up to race 5 at Alexandra, and I had 2 races to go. I sent this one out on the Discord. Gold Coast race 3, number 2, Tropic Sands, had 290 the win on that, which returns $638 because it won, and we were now up to 2,488 total, which is a $328 profit. I want to take you back to Alexandra race 4. Keep your eye on the horse at the back in the blue with the red diamond called Street Swagger. It slips on the corner, and the track is deemed unsafe for racing, so they abandoned the last 2 races at Alexandra yesterday. So we finished $328 in profit for the Punters Club. For everybody that bought their $20 ticket, they got $23 back, so a $3 profit. And here's the whiteboard, $21.60 in the pool, and we finished with $24.88. Cop that lucky bet. Well, everyone, thank you for watching my Cox Plate Day review and little spiel about the Punters Club. Hopefully you enjoyed. Speaking of the Punters Club, it'll be run again by me on Champions Day at BALNARRING, so make sure you get your tickets for the BALNARRING race day. Link in the description. Thanks for watching the video again, and until next video, bye for now.